Welcome to Talking Sports with the Jersey Guys, where we do nothing but sit around, drink beer, and talk sports. I'm Mike Miller, and I'm joined by David Hesselfeld and Mike McConville. And we're getting ready to talk about the biggest off-season moves of the 2012 NFL offseason. All right. What do you think about Megatron's deal?
We're going to leave that alone. Can we move on from that?
No, we got to talk about that.
Dude, I want to go up to him and be like, yo, can I get $1 million?
What was that, 132, 135?
137.
37.
Over 7 years with $60 million guaranteed.
And that's not including his current contract for
Next
this year.
2 years, he's going to make, what, $49 million the next 2 years?
He's going to make an ass load of money.
Yes.
He's going to be like, hey, Donald Trump, fuck you.
And the funny thing is, he's talking about buying a Ferrari. I'm like,
why
buddy,
waste
come
your
on.
goddamn money? Buy
Ford
American.
writes your paychecks. The Fords own your team. Buy a Mustang. Come on.
Good move to pay him that much?
Good.
Yes.
I think
He
so.
is worth it.
He definitely
He's not in Larry Fitzgerald realm, but yeah,
Oh,
it's
yes,
worth
he
it.
is. Yes, he is.
No, I'm talking money.
Oh, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Look at Fitzgerald's contract. Fitzgerald gets 10 more million.
Yeah, I think
Look.
Fitzgerald had
All right,
a blockbuster.
all right, fine.
That was
Fine. You guys want to say contract-wise? I'm going to talk performance-wise.
okay.
These Andre Johnson,
Larry Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald, and Calvin Johnson Jr., right? There's the third, whichever he is.
The eighth.
The eighth, whatever.
Junior.
The three of them, they're at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
The three of them are by far the best wide receivers.
It's
in the
those
league.
three and everyone fucking.
And everyone
Everyone
else. You know, there's some good receivers out there. There's some nice receivers. You know, like your
Miles Austin.
Miles Austin, your Brandon Marshall,
Wes
your
Welker.
Wes Welker. Exactly.
Jeremy Macklin.
Jeremy Macklin.
Fuck
They're
Deshaun Jackson.
good wide receivers, but they're not up there
No.
with those three. I mean, I've seen the three of them make some unbelievable catches. I mean, just some of the catches I've seen them make.
Dude, some of the
Cal-
catches I've
you know
seen
losses-
fucking Fitzgerald make.
I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
I know.
Megatron couldn't make those
Nice
catches.
one-handed catch. Megatron can make some nice one-handed grabs.
Dude, I saw Fitzgerald catch a football from behind his back.
Yeah, I remember that one.
He went like this and caught the ball up against his back.
Well, it's good. I'm sure Megatron can do that too.
Yeah.
If he was in the position. But you're right. It's a good deal.
You want
I
him
mean,
to assume the position, don't you?
shut up. You're right. It's a good deal. It was a good thing for them to get done. Lock this guy up. And then say 5 years down the road he becomes an issue or production lacks, trade him.
I really don't
Not
think
with
that's going to be a
Cal-
problem.
not with Calvin, No. But
He
But
may
I'm
burn
just
out,
saying.
though.
not
I'm
only
just saying. He's
look
this
what-
is his
look what-
fifth year?
something like that. But look what that franchise has been through for God knows how many years.
Garbage.
You know,
Especially with the changing quarterbacks, all the
Yeah.
different receivers. It's nice to see a bit of stability with that team.
that's another reason why I think they locked him in and gave him that much money, is the fact that the franchise actually has a face. They
But
have
Matthew Stafford is still a question mark for me with his injuries.
with his injuries. Yes,
He was
injuries,
good
yeah.
last year, but he didn't get freaking run over last year
He's a great quarterback,
until he gets hurt.
but he just gets hurt so frequently.
his toughness is good, but his durability is questionable. I love his
It's like a
toughness.
second grade girl.
Wow.
I remember, I think it was his rookie season. He ended up getting hurt.
Broke his shoulder.
Okay.
I think wasn't that his first start, his first game?
No.
No.
He ended up
I
getting
know it was
hurt.
early
and
in the
It was like, I
season.
don't think it was his
what
third
he
game.
reminded me of was a little bit of Brett Favre. One of the games I watched. I forget
Bro,
what
it was him against. It was the Lions against Cleveland where he, like,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Brett Favre.
oh God, we need like
We're a
signs
Favre
and
watch.
horns.
Favre
Favre watch. Favre for the Eagles. Fuck Mike Vick.
where he got hurt was actually on the sidelines, laying down. He
And
heard
then
that they were going to go for it on fourth down.
The opponent team called a
Timeout.
timeout, which let him, through NFL rules, get back on the field with his busted shoulder and threw
Threw
a
a touchdown.
touchdown.
Yep.
I'm like,
And he's like this with his arm.
I mean, right there, I had instant respect for the guy.
Definitely.
To do something like that.
He has toughness, but his durability is like
His
a second-grade
durability is
girl.
questionable.
Mhm.
If he can stay healthy, watch out with freaking Detroit.
Yeah, but they're also in the same division with the Bears and the Packers.
And the Vikings can get their
They need a
crap
quarter.
back
They need a
together.
quarterback.
Definitely.
Just that whole NFC. I mean, you see the. Just
There's a lot
yeah.
of depth in the
There's
NFC.
Eagles,
And that's the reason why I don't think
Dallas.
Peyton's going to go there. It's because of
You mean the AFC?
no, the NFC.
You think Peyton's gonna go to the NFC?
I said won't go there
Well, okay.
because that's a lot of teams you have to go through.
Yeah, it is.
Say he goes to the Cardinals. You got to go through the 49ers in your division. The
Yeah.
Seahawks in your division.
Seahawks.
They had some good games last year.
Like jizz on a carpet.
The record didn't show, but they had some good games last year. St. Louis in his division. Look at the draft picks they're getting this year. If even one of them can turn out, it's going to make the better team. And then you have to go through
Okay.
Green
I just gotta
Bay,
say
the Bears,
the Rams.
the Giants.
Second pick. Second worst team in the NFL. Colts.
Yeah,
They're good.
I didn't say that.
But
I said if even one of those draft picks that they're getting,
wasn't Bradford hurt though?
Bradford
Yeah.
was hurt.
So I mean,
They had a
I think
lame
he was
duck
hurt in
coach.
college too.
yeah.
What I said was, if even one of those picks that they get this year in the first or second round turns out to be good, that's going to instantly improve their team from last year.
What if they
Okay.
draft a fullback?
Okay.
He's like,
Yeah.
ooh, good
They're not
fullback.
Come on, use your head, man. They ain't going to draft a fullback in the
Oh.
first or second round.
I know.
Come on,
They'll probably take Steve Blackman.
Justin Blackman.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I call him Steve. Me and him are
Well,
homies.
that's not a thing.
What's up, homie?
Then you got to go through Dallas, Philadelphia, the Giants. You got to go through the whole NFC North. You have Detroit, the Bears, Green Bay. You got to go through the South, which is a tough division. Probably the toughest
gonna
in the
be-
NFL right now.
It's gonna be, just the NFC alone, and it's gonna be very interesting to
Mhm.
watch and see who comes out of there. Yeah, because they're just such powerhouses down there. And the divisions play each other well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, even the crappy division now with San
The
Francisco,
West, they're
yeah, the
starting to
West.
get better.
They're getting there. San Francisco's still going to dominate that division.
Yeah, they're still the better team.
Unless Peyton goes to the Cardinals.
Or
Unless-
it could be that underlining team where Peyton might shift over to the 49ers.
Peyton might go to St. Louis for all we know anymore.
Yeah. 'cause- Yeah.
I'm kidding. But
Peyton going to
Peyton goes to the AFC. He's only got really 4 really strong teams they have to go through. The Texans, the
Texans,
Ravens,
yes.
the Steelers, and the Patriots. The Jets are in
Ravens.
disarray.
Yeah.
I said Ravens. You'd open up your ears.
You didn't.
Yes, I did. Open up
Yeah,
your
you
ears,
did.
buddy.
It comes out retarded.
Jets are in disarray.
Yes.
The Chargers looked terrible last year. Phil Rivers looked terrible last year. And they kept the coach.
They were number 1 in offense and defense. Even though they
What?
still went 8-8.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't.
Yeah, they were.
Not number 1 in defense. That was Houston. Yes, it was. The Chargers were not number 1 in defense. Did you smoke a bowl before you came over or something? They were not number 1 in defense. They were in the top in defense, but they were not number 1. Houston was number 1 in defense. Baltimore was number 2.
This guy.
Oh.
This guy.
But anyways, the whole point is it's a lot easier to get to the championship game
This
in the Super
guy.
Bowl in the AFC.
Definitely in the AFC.
It used to be the other way around.
Oh God, yeah. What, about 5 years ago or so? Yeah.
Used to be you'd want to be in the NFC.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now
You had
it's
a
the other
better
way
shot.
around. Now a lot of these teams have fallen off in the AFC.
Well, that's because the powerhouses are now getting older. So, it switches. The NFC was building up, getting younger guys. Now they're all nice and tough. The AFC's younger guys then are now older, so it's getting a little harder.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he chooses.
Yeah.
What about Randy Moss? Signed a one-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers. I think that's going to work out.
If
How
they
many
don't,
games you
if
think you
they
last?
don't start out hot,
Yeah,
he's gonna be such a problem.
he is.
And they'll go, oh my God, if their catering food isn't up to his standards like they were in Minnesota. Oh my God, you got turkey? I want pepperoni.
He's like, oh, Belichick made me Italian hoagies. What? You give me ham? It's not enough.
You whore!
I want to be cut. But it could work out well.
If they start off hot, if
they get the right quarterback to throw it on.
I think Alex.
I
Smith
think they
would
can
be
still
good
do it
enough.
with Alex Smith. Like I said, all you have to do with Randy Moss is throw it to a spot. If Randy Moss wants to play,
But that's the Randy Moss of old.
yes. But now,
With a year off, with him having a shitty year 2 years ago, we really don't know what he. Yeah, he ran fast. What they do?
He
Do
might
you
have a
think-
fire under his
do you think?
gut. You never know.
Well, look
And
at
why didn't he go to the Saints, a proven good team over years, instead of one?
Maybe they decided they
good-
didn't want him.
that could be the Saints might not have wanted him.
Especially once they found
He-
out that
He
with
went,
all the
that's where he
bounty
went
thing-
first to do a workout.
And that was before the bounty thing came out.
It wasn't.
Yes, it was. The whole bounty thing came out into the public limelight just last week. This about the same time that Moss went for his little workout with the Saints. Who knows what kind of penalties the Saints are going to get cap-wise?
Nothing.
That's a
I'm
possibility.
sure
the
they're
Saints
going to
wasn't
get
going to
some
want to
kind
pay
of
him
penalties
that much.
cap-wise.
I doubt it.
How much did Moss
I'd be
get?
surprised.
4.
$4 million on a one-year deal.
See, I don't think the Saints would have paid him that much.
Not especially if they got.
He would have got maybe
Colston.
2 or 2.5 with the Saints.
Yeah, if they got Colston, they still have
Yeah.
Henderson.
He should have went to the Eagles.
Anyway,
You don't think Randy Moss would have done good as a big body receiver in Philadelphia?
the Eagles have enough drama.
Yeah.
They don't need.
Okay,
Randy
I
Moss
think
in
he
there.
would do good there
When he played.
when he
When
played.
he played, if he played.
I think he would be a cancer to that locker
I would
room.
take Randy Moss any day over Deshaun Jackson.
I wouldn't.
I've lost all my respect for that piece of garbage.
Well, we'll see how that
With
goes
his-
this year when he's scoring
But
touchdowns.
what would
So
happen? If say we had them both on the team, but then now you got where they're in a losing streak, or Randy Moss is finally decided to be disgruntled.
That'd be awesome. They just get a fist fight on the
Then
sidelines.
it's just
That'd
like
be the best.
There's no place for that.
Jerry.
You don't need it. The whole Randy Moss thing seems like it's something that if it doesn't work out through training camp,
Okay,
The
but
funny
do
thing
you
is,
think?
even before he announced he came back, when he did announce he was coming back, he wanted to go back to the Patriots.
well, yeah, he loved the Patriots. He loved
Yeah.
Belichick. He was even open to going back after the whole thing with Minnesota when they cut him. He wanted to go back. Just the Titans picked him up first on the waiver wire. He wasn't able to go back.
The Titans were the only one to claim him on the waiver wire.
Exactly.
Now,
he
do
wanted
you
to go back. He
think
still
that
does.
Moss is a luring tool for Manning?
No.
I mean,
No.
either or. Granted, if Manning doesn't go over there, then you still got Moss, and you still got a decent quarterback.
Maybe it's a
But Alex
luring
Smith.
tool for Brett Favre.
Oh, come on, dude.
Favre always talked about how much he liked, he wanted to play with
Christ.
Randy Moss
Yeah, then why didn't Randy Moss just go to fucking Green Bay?
because Green Bay wouldn't trade for him.
And they played together in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know.
How did that work out?
I just had
Pretty good,
I
actually.
just had to talk about Favre because we already had our first Favre watch.
All right, you know what? We're done.
Episode 2 had our first Favre watch.
We're
That's awesome.
done. This episode's done on Brett Favre. Brett
Favre.
Favre! John Madden, Brett Favre.
Favre.
Pretty.
So I already know what you think about this, but Deshaun, 5 years, $51 million. Would you have paid him that?
I wouldn't give him $5.
Would you have
That's a
done?
high risk, high reward. type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
For a guy that's only going to catch probably 50 passes.
but look what he does to the defense.
50 passes!
It doesn't matter.
Look what he does
He
in
frees up
special
Macklin.
teams.
He frees up Avant.
Levant? Who the fuck is Levant?
He frees up Jason Avant. Calm down. I'm allowed to slip the tongue once every
Levant? That's pretty bad.
Avant. He frees up LaShawn McCoy, frees up Brent Selk when they let him go out and catch passes.
You know,
It's all about taking that safety away from the middle of the field.
you know, they have a lot of weapons and tools that they can use, so the ball does get spread around. Okay. It's high risk, high reward because if he doesn't
Dude, one
you know.
more Duncan Robinson hit, his career could be over.
exactly,
That could happen to a lot of guys.
That's
Fingers
good.
crossed.
That could happen to a lot of
Did I
guys.
just say that? No, I didn't.
but you also take upon his off-field issues.
Dude, he's 180 pounds of 5'10"ness.
And that's why he doesn't go across the middle.
If the
But
route says he's going across the middle, has to go across the middle.
yeah,
Well, that's on the offensive coordinator to not give that guy routes across the middle.
but
Yeah.
you know,
You're supposed to, when you're a coach to your players' strengths, not their weaknesses. You're supposed to coach to their strengths.
but you also got to look at who their quarterback is.
I'm saying this right now.
Okay.
Week 3, Deshaun will either be disgruntled or will be on the injury.
Oh, he's not going to be disgruntled. He's got 51 million reasons not to be disgruntled. He's not
What
going
if
to be
they're not winning?
disgruntled.
He will not like something, and he will be pissed bitchy like he was
Yo,
last year.
Yo, before last year, there was not a single problem with Deshaun. Nobody had a problem with Deshaun.
So why did he
Desh-
turn up to be a big giant pussy bitch?
Because the Eagles didn't want to pay him the money he deserved. He deserved to get paid.
They wanted to wait to the
He
end of
was
the
making
season.
$680,000.
That's a contract you get when you negotiate.
Yep.
That's true.
You be a man and finish out your
Finish your
contract, and you don't be a goddamn pussy bitch.
He did finish it out. Granted, he didn't play up to standards, but he played.
He was benched for 3 games for being
He
a
was
bitch.
benched for one game. He was benched one
They
game.
benched
by
him
injury.
twice in 2 games.
He was
He was benched for a full game, but
Yeah.
in 2 other games he got
He was
benched.
benched once before game. He was benched once pregame. I think that was because he
Arizona.
was late to a meeting.
Yeah.
That wasn't because he was complaining or moaning. He was late to a meeting.
He was a bitch.
How many times does that happen every year in the league? A lot. A lot of guys are late to meetings, either in practice or late to a pregame meeting. Usually, if they're late to a
But do
pregame
you
meeting,
think
they'll miss the game.
that the 51 million is going to change the person that he is
No.
and how he conducts himself?
I just want to know when he became a bad person. All of a sudden.
Last year when he didn't finish out his contract like a man.
Why? Because he had a dispute with the team, and us fans didn't
You
like
don't take it out on the field and make the fans suffer.
No, yeah, I mean,
it. How
and
many
it's
other
true.
players DC do that though? Everyone does that.
No, not everyone.
Most people. Oh,
Okay.
half of the NFL players will just say.
You don't see
We'll
Drew
do
Brees
something
doing
like
that.
You're just saying that Drew Brees is ready to hold out.
But he's not playing.
That's
yet.
different. He's not playing. He's not on
If-
the field.
If it comes time to start playing and he hasn't signed that franchise tender,
Well,
and
the
he's
Saints
holding
should
out.
fucking pay the man.
The Eagles should have paid Jackson. Right?
But Drew Brees finished his contract out like a man.
I'm just saying, if Drew Brees doesn't sign that tender and holds out, he's disappointing his fans. Just like Deshaun did last year.
The
Disappointing his
Saints need to pay the man.
fans. Don't want to bother the landlord.
Oh, my bad.
The Saints do need to pay the man. The Eagles need to pay Jackson.
Like I said,
I don't
it's
know.
high risk, high reward. You know, you could tank, you could
Trade him for
fall.
Wes Welker. That'd be awesome.
Y'all
You
should
know
go.
what? I would do it.
Woohoo!
Really, with Wes Welker's age, he's getting kind of up there.
Yeah,
Deshaun's
but
a lot younger.
but then you got somebody who could work that slot in the middle, and you got someone that Mike Vick could sit there and dump to.
That is true.
Because
Bam.
Mike Vick can throw the long ball, but he's not that accurate with the long ball. You know, granted, and you do got another receiver who can stretch the field or
With Macklin.
use the draft to get just a speedy guy. The way the NFL is set up right now, you could get any 20-something-year-old who has 4.4 speed.
Honestly, I wanted them when they tagged him to trade up in the draft, trade their first round and Deshaun to someone in the top 5 and go get Justin Blackman.
Yeah, but the Eagles.
So we have the fast guy. We still retain that fast guy, but he's big. He can go over the middle and take a goddamn hit like a man and stand up.
The Eagles have more issues than going out and getting another wide receiver in the draft.
No, when was the last time we had a big, beefy wide receiver? Terrell Owens, where did we go?
We went far. And
We went to the
and
Super
that's why I'm
Bowl.
hoping they sign Plax. They can get that big, tall, beefy
If
wide
he's
receiver.
no T.O.
No, not T.O.
There's not a lot of T.O.s out there.
It's Randy Moss.
No, he's a Randy Moss. Randy Moss and T.O. were two different players when they were in their
But
prime.
if you compare their stats, they're pretty goddamn
Yeah,
close.
they are close stats-wise, but they're two different receivers. Two different receivers.
Jerry Rice.
The Eagles have more issues than going out and trying to get a Justin Blackman in the draft. They need to focus on fixing that front 7 on their defense. The ends are fine. Defensive tackle Colin Jenkins, I like him. I like Mike Patterson. But the linebackers need to be fixed. Seriously, the linebackers need to be fixed.
Make you have girl parts.
Thing of it is, Eagles have more issues than they do for wide receiver. Fix your issues there, because you give wide receiver, then you're betting all your stuff on your offense.
You need to get Juan Castillo out for playing that goddamn defensive coordinator position. Playing that retarded wide 9.
That's not him. That's Washburn. That's the offensive lines.
Mm.
That's the offensive line coach's system. He likes the wide 9, and apparently Andy approves of it because he lets him do it. That's why they brought him in.
Pussies.
And Jason Babin excels with it.
Yeah.
You saw what he did last year. You saw what Trent Cole did last year.
5-year-old.
Colin Jenkins had a good year last year.
All they did was pass rush. They need to run rush.
Well,
They do need stuff to run.
that's where your linebackers come in. And the linebackers were weak.
You don't expose a weakness in your defense by playing a pass-oriented defense.
But that's why they should have went and tried to not make their linebackers a weakness.
It's called, well, look, wide 9. No more wide 9. Ho, ho, ho.
But you got to remember, we're in a passing league now. This is all about passing.
But bitches still run the ball.
They still do, but that's why your linebackers should
What
be
was
able to stop
what
the
was
run.
the big?
That's the whole reason why you have a middle linebacker, is to be your run stopper.
It may be
Look
a
at
passing
Baltimore.
Okay, it
We
may be a
didn't
passing-
have a middle linebacker. We had a scrawny runt
Exactly.
named
That's my
Casey
whole
Matthews, who we thought was going to be
That's
awesome
my whole
because his
point.
brother is badass.
Why are you saying the Eagles should go out in the draft and get a wide receiver when they could get a quality first-round linebacker to take?
Because we didn't
to
have
fill the void?
linebackers in 2004.
Yes, we did.
We had Trotter.
Trotter.
One good one. Name another one.
Hey,
Uh,
sometimes
exactly.
all it takes is one good
All
one.
All it takes is one when you're talking about a middle linebacker. When you run a 4-3, you only have one inside linebacker, and that's going to be your run stopper. That's the guy where if the running back gets past your front 4, it's supposed to take the running back down. Your outside linebackers are more of your tight end, fullback coverage linebackers. Your guys who can drop back and cover a slot receiver. Your middle linebackers, your run stopper. Look at Ray Lewis.
You can't do that.
No.
That's the truth.
Right,
Look at
yeah,
Ray
yeah.
Lewis. Ray Lewis is a run stopper.
You got fucking Terrell Suggs on one side and Haloti Nada on another side.
Has he
what
had
the
that?
fuck?
Ray Lewis has been playing for 15 years. Has he had the two of them on both sides all 15
No, but
years?
he's had good defenses.
He has, but he's been part of those good
He
defenses.
said Ed Reed.
Oh my God, yes.
No, who wants to pass on Ed Reed?
Yeah.
New one.
Well, not only that, when Ed Reed was his rookie year, second year, they had Chris McAllister.
Yeah.
They even had Deion Sanders back
Yep.
over there during that time. You know, you did have Ed. You did have.
Then we're gonna have to make this a 2-parter.
I mean, it was a good defense. You know,
Baltimore's always had a good defense, no
Yeah.
matter who the coordinator head coach is.
It's
They've
because
always
of
been
Ray
good.
Lewis, and now, of course, because of Ed Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Lewis, when he decides to finally retire, it's gonna be.
Sad day.
That's
It's
gonna be
gonna
sad day.
put a hurt on that defense.
I mean,
But-
they need somebody to replace him.
Well, on that note, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, I think I've
Yeah.
had enough disagreeing with you for one episode.
Are you
For
sure?
50 minutes. Yeah.
Make sure you guys check back here and look for our next episode.
More disagreements.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sure there'll be more disagreements. Hopefully, our next episode we'll know
More
where
beer.
Peyton goes.
Oh yeah,
Talk
definitely
about
got
that.
more beer.
Maybe we can touch on whatever NBA trade deadline deals happen.
I'm gonna
next
touch on
week.
nothing about you.
Something about that. So we're gonna try and get him removed from the cast.
Fuck
And,
you. It was my idea, bitch. Damn.
peace
On
out.
that note.
Peace.